We've been covering temperatures continuing to run high in West Bengal's Sandeshkhali. Now, what took place there today, even though we've been covering the story over the last few days? The afternoon began with the Calcutta High Court saying two particularly important things. First, they said that BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari should be allowed to visit the ground because till now police barricades were preventing him from visiting Sandeshkhali. But the bigger thing that they said, and the one that is perhaps more consequential, is that they said that Sheikh Shah Jahan, the TMC leader who, as we say, is absconding, they said he should turn himself over immediately. They also said that he was involved essentially in nefarious activities. Why does this matter though? Because the TMC so far has continued to defend him. They've said that he's absconding only because the ED is looking for him. Remember, this is the situation that's played out in Sandeshkhali. A quick recap. Over the last few weeks, a number of villagers, particularly female villagers, have come out. They've been armed with sticks. They've come out and they've said that there was systematic abuse taking place on the island of Sandeshkhali on the hands of TMC leadership. They've argued that the TMC leadership was engaging in land grabbing, forcing workers and villagers to do work that they were unpaid for, and lastly now, two formal written complaints of rape. Now the TMC says all of this coming just before elections is unfair. They're saying that they are being targeted before elections. None of this is real. Now over the last few days, the TMC has finally said that yes, land grabbing to some degree may have taken place, but the other claims that we just told you about, seemingly they're not yet agreeing to that. So as the investigation goes on, first take a look. We have ground reports for you, reactions for you in this story. Then we'll connect with our reporters.
I could hear the problems of the village from the villagers themselves. We will certainly take it up at every forum. What I saw here, what I heard here, and together we will try to see that problems are solved. Justice will be given to the people. We will certainly take long-term.
How does it feel to come to Sandeshkhali after the court order?
Seeing this picture, what type of enthusiasm, public response, spontaneous response. আপনারা সব ভালো আছেন? গুন্ডাদের বিরুদ্ধে লড়াই হবে তো? শাহজাহানের শাস্তি চাই তো? ভালো থাকবেন, আছি সাথে, কিচ্ছু করতে পারবে না আপনাদের।
She said to the woman out here that he is there with the woman of Sandeshkhali. He says that he will make sure that Shah Jahan gets arrested, and he has also said that he is with the people of Sandeshkhali.
ओ रेखा शर्मा जी, ये क्या है प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल? अगर आपको हिम्मत है तो करके दिखाइए। ये मुंह में क्या 356, 356, 356, आपका औकात क्या है? आप हमारा 7 टाइम्स MP, 4 टाइम्स सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर, 3 टाइम्स चीफ मिनिस्टर के बारे में बात कर रहे हो। आपका औकात क्या है?
गवर्नर ने भी पीस रूम संदेशखाली महिलाओं के लिए,
देखिए गवर्नर ने जो पीस रूम किया है वो तो राजभवन को होटल राजभवन बना दिया, होटल राजभवन। और गवर्नर साहब ने ये टूर्स एंड ट्रेवल्स के एक नई मैनेजमेंट कोर्स शुरू किया, इसीलिए ये रूम दे रहे हैं गेस्ट लोगों को। वो होटल राजभवन का वो नया स्ट्रेटेजी है।
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Kamalika to understand more about the situation. Kamalika is on the ground right now, and this afternoon when the High Court allowed Suvendu Adhikari to finally travel to Sandeshkhali, she tracked him. She was with him as they got onto the boat, the BJP leader and his followers, and as they finally arrived on the ground in Sandeshkhali. Kamalika, when you joined us earlier, we saw the visuals, locals surrounding the BJP leader, some going as far as to throw flowers on him. Tell our audiences a little bit more about what's taken place in the last few hours since he came on the ground in Sandeshkhali.
Yeah, it was like this is the third time, and he finally could make it out to, finally could go to Sandeshkhali. Now the point is, we saw that there were women who were welcoming him. We saw that women came with garlands, there were flowers in their hands. All these things were there. Women out there from Sandeshkhali told us that they are not from any party. Rather, they were giving the vote to Trinamool Congress. They gave the vote to Trinamool Congress, and what they got was not they were supposed to get. And now they are believing that this, since Suvendu Adhikari has come and other people are coming, they are telling their problems to every one of them. Each one of them, like NCW chief came yesterday, they have told their problem. Today, to Suvendu Adhikari, they told their problem. Now they want a solution and they want a justice. They now have, demanding that Shah Jahan should get arrested. Now the thing is that they also feel this fear is there that Sandeshkhali, if it goes out from headline, also from the focus of the politicians after vote, then what will happen to them? That's a big question, because all of them were saying that we are not from any political party. We have raised our voice. What we require is a solution. Will the politicians who are coming will give us a solution? Will the court give us a solution? Will the police give us a solution? So whoever is will be giving them the solution. They will be that with them. So initially we really saw that there was a huge the section of women, men. They came out. They actually gave flowers to him. But they will definitely see that how much all these parties stay with them. Also, Brinda Karat went today. She was also greeted. Whoever will listen to their problem, they will be greeting them. But at the some corner of their mind, this thing is also there, that if after election everything goes, then what happens? What happens to their demand? And will those bad days again come back?
Kamalika, if we could ask you a follow-up question, the second big part of what the Calcutta High Court had to say, where they very clearly chided Sheikh Shah Jahan, said he needs to turn himself in, and also seemingly chided the Bengal government. How is the TMC, because it's been a few hours now, how have they responded to this part?
They have really not responded much on this. They are more, they are more reacting on the Suvendu Adhikari part, the NCW team chiefs 356 demand part. They have really not said much about Shah Jahan. The DG's statement was the last statement that came out from the administration, that it is the ED whose case is against this Shah Jahan, and when the West Bengal police wanted to go for that investigation, they went to the court, and that has to been countered by the BJP. So that is one thing which they are saying. They are more saying that that whatever NCW chief has said, that is not right, that is not the case, and they are more so criticizing the BJP of not going to Manipur, but really nothing much on Sheikh Shah Jahan's observation.
Okay, Kamalika, can I ask you to stay with us? We'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Let's just play out for our audiences more reactions coming in to this story.
देखिए, नेशनल कमीशन ऑफ वुमेन की जो सभानेत्री है, वो जब भी आती है बंगाल में, पहले से ही वो उनका एजेंडा वो तय कर लेती है कि यहाँ जाके एक ही बात बोलना है कि बंगाल में जो सब कुछ है सब गड़बड़ है, यहाँ कुछ ठीक नहीं चल रहा है और मुख्यमंत्री को रिजाइन करना है। और ये सभानेत्री मणिपुर की मुख्यमंत्री को भी रिजाइन करने नहीं बोलती हैं, मध्य प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री को भी रिजाइन नहीं करने बोलती है, दिल्ली में साक्षी मलिक के पास भी नहीं पहुंचती है।
Earlier have also talked about this pattern of complicity and negligence, which is why I would now like to come and talk about as far as the law enforcement and its own attitude is concerned. Only on Saturday were gang rape charges added against Shibu Prasad Hazra, and why this kind of delay to add those charges? Do you think that the law enforcement has also been complicit and that they should also be questioned for obstructing justice so far?
These gang rape charges have been added when the women went to the court.
Precisely.
Not by the police.
Right.
They are still saying that it was not gang rape. They are still in front of me. The SP said the gang tried to rape. They didn't rape. That was the SP's statement in front of me. So they are still on denial. And if they are going to go for the investigation, I don't think they will prove anything. The investigation will be botched up. Because I think somebody from outside should come and investigate this matter, not this police of West Bengal, because they have already made up their mind that nothing happened. And in so many words, again and again, SP told me that how will they implement Shahjahan when there is no complaint against him? So you can see that why will they arrest when they think that there is no complaint
Absolutely.
against him?
The fact that the man is still at large as far as Sheikh Shahjahan is concerned only goes on to, indicate the kind of protection he is receiving from the state and the law enforcement. But having said that, it's a very valid point that you've just made that, somebody from outside needs to come and investigate. When we talk about a more transparent investigation, your report's also going to, it's asking about precedent's rule. Having said that, the TMC has questioned your own position as far as precedent's rule is concerned. And it's not just you. The NCSA report has also gone on to demand that. But when the Trinamool Congress goes on record to say that you are not in a position to make that recommendation, I would like to know your thoughts.
See, this is my job to recommend. Whether it will be accepted or not, it is on the president. So I don't know what TNC is saying. This is my statutory right, which is given by this my act, that I can recommend when I see anything, when I observe anything. And why should it be a political thing? It is a complaint is coming from women of West Bengal. Why TMC or any other party should go against it? I think they should also go there and observe themselves that what women are going through. It is not about any political party. It is about women of the West Bengal. And I don't know why they always think that these kinds of recommendations or these kinds of reports are against a political party. These are against goons. If the goons are from their party, that is their problem. Now they should shun those goons from their party rather than taking their side and making it a political point.
Okay, let's go back to our colleague Kamalika to understand more right now. Kamalika, just tell our audiences on the ground right now in Sandeshkhali, how many investigations and via which agencies are taking place at the same time concurrently?
It's West Bengal police who is doing the investigation. No other, like the NCW team has come, the Scheduled Caste Commission has come, the WVPC, the Women Child Rights Commission of the state, and both in terms of child rights and women rights, they have also visited and they have spoken to the people. But the investigation, West Bengal police is doing the investigation. They are near about 18 FIRs right now for Sandeshkhali itself, out of which we know that 3 FIRs are related to the sexual assaulting. One is definitely the gang rape thing, which out of which the Shiva Prasad Hajra has been arrested. Other two, as what according to NCW chief, she has stated that she has helped in lodging another 2 rape complaints. So near about 18 complaints are there on which the investigation is on.
Kamalika, we just want to ask you more questions because we want to continue to cover this situation. It is our top story right now. If you could tell our audiences more about the ground mood right now, the fact that since investigations have started, now Rekha Sharma on the ground, today a BJP leader also on the ground. What is the mood? Has there been a change at all?
I'll give you a very interesting example. Like when we go to Sandeshkhali, we have to cross a river called Vidyadhari, and after that there is no car, so we really need some small rickshaws and other things to cover and go and cover things. So when we were covering today, one of the rickshaw puller, he came to me and he said that when do I think that Shahjahan will get arrested? So I said I have no clue. Then the person, a lot of rickshaw pullers, they came together and told me ki Didi, if Shahjahan gets arrested, then we will definitely give free ride to everyone, whoever comes to Sandeshkhali, because that's going to be our win. So, this is somewhere the mood of, this example I've given because this is something, the mood of Sandeshkhali. The people out there, they believe that the woman stood up, and because the woman stood up, 2 people have got arrested who actually were doing dadagiri there for so long. Now they believe that the 3rd person should get arrested. And we know that when Shiva Prasad Hajra got arrested, then there was a sweet distribution in Sandeshkhali. Now they are seeing that because they stood up, that's what they are saying, that the land officers are coming there and they are asking that whether they have any problem or not. And they are queuing up there and they are giving their applications. They used to go to the police and police used to do nothing. Now they themselves are coming and taking the complaint. All these things are, they are there is an upbeat mood in that there will be, now there will be no one who will be actually doing the torture on them. But they really want to be confident when Shah Jahan gets arrested. So this little example today is not the rickshawlas who said wherever we are going, and they are saying that Didi, when Shah Jahan Sheikh will get arrested. So that's a very interesting thing, and that's the mood of Sandeshkhali, where they are getting confidence that because they stood up, as they are saying, they stood up and they were.
Kamalika, we're also just a few weeks away from Lok Sabha elections. West Bengal is a particularly important state because of how many seats it holds. Just tell our audiences, across West Bengal, how has this story gone down? Has it at all dented the image that the TMC holds of being a women-centric party, one that supports strong women voices, or has it not taken a hit?
See, it's Sandeshkhali is definitely, it's hitting the headlines, and definitely people have seen the allegations of the woman. It is probably not in a right position to say that it will have a huge effect, because a lot of things have gone on West Bengal, and we have seen that there has not been much effect in the ballot box. Like, there are huge allegations of corruption. That was always there. Say from 2016 onwards, there has been allegation of corruption against TMC government. But that did not had much effect on the ballots. Last time, Mamata Banerjee's scoring point was absolutely the woman vote and the Lokkir Bhanda, where she gave money. This time also in budget, she increased the allocation from 500 per month to 1,000 per month. After that, Sandeshkhali happened. Now, Sandeshkhali is a block, and Bashirat is an MP seat where Nusrat Jahan is the MP. So, I mean, it's very difficult to say. People are watching everything. People are discussing everything in, the local, the politics is discussed in West Bengal in, small chai ka shop and all these things. All these discussions are going on, but still, it's very hard to say that whether the people out here, people at large, I'll not say that the small pockets of Sandeshkhali, but the other people, they are also criticizing the government, but then I will not really.
Okay, we're now taking you to an entirely different story. We're taking you to Uttar Pradesh, where as we speak, Rahul Gandhi, currently on his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. Our colleague Pallavi has been on the ground bringing us updates. Right now, though, the aspect we're focusing on, a statement by Rahul Gandhi seemingly creating controversy. Now, in the statement, Gandhi very clearly is seeking to highlight what he calls the alcoholism problem across Uttar Pradesh. Now, this is how he phrased it. We'll play out his bite for you. Then we'll connect with our reporters to understand more.
का भविष्य, मैं वाराणसी गया, वाराणसी में देखा मैंने रात को बाजा बज रहा है, ठहर जा, बाजा बज रहा है, वहां पे शराब पिए सड़क पे लेटते हुए बाजा बज रहा है। यूपी का भविष्य रात को शराब पिए नाच रहा है, डांस कर रहा है नशे में। दूसरी तरफ राम मंदिर खुलता है, राम मंदिर में
Okay, let's go over to our colleague Pallavi to understand more. Pallavi, we played out for our audiences Rahul Gandhi's comment. He's essentially talking about what he sees is the prevalent issue of alcoholism in Uttar Pradesh affecting people that he's seeing as he's doing the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. But tell our audiences, Pallavi, how has this comment gone down? Why is it creating controversy?
Well, I think, first of all, when the Prime Minister is going to be there on 22nd, it's likely to show further controversy because the Prime Minister is expected to go to Varanasi around the 22nd. But more than that, we know Varanasi is associated with the Kashi Vishwanath Mandir. It's also considered to be a very devout place. And the two important points that he's making here, he's raising the issue of Ram Mandir, and which is something he has been consistently raising to, because whether it was in Amethi, it's in Raebareli, or in Lucknow and other parts, he's made the point that this party keeps on talking about Ram Mandir, which is a complete distraction from the reality. The second thing, when he's talking about people being drunk, he's essentially also insinuating that one, it's a violation of what should be a ritualistic place, and the second thing is people don't have jobs, and it's because of some kind of a joblessness or unemployment and sorrow that people are drinking. This is bound to be resistant, and I'm sure there will be very, very strong reactions coming in from the BJP and particularly possibly from the Prime Minister himself.
Pallavi, if you could just tell our audiences, when Gandhi is saying that UP's future is being dented by alcoholism, have we had comments of this nature made by either the BJP, the Samajwadi Party, the Congress in the past too? Is there a history here around comments like this, alcoholism in Uttar Pradesh in particular?
No, I mean, frankly speaking, no one even talks about that so much. More being talked about Punjab, drug issues and so on and so forth. When Rahul Gandhi is trying to stoke this controversy, is making the point that what you are seeing in the name of Ram Mandir is just a diversion from the harsh reality that there are no jobs. In fact, if you look at his various legs or the 6 days he's spending here, he's talking about the need for a caste census, he's talking about paper leaks, he's talking about the fact that the youth have nothing to look forward to. And it's there why he's saying that religion is being used by this party only to divert attention of the people, whereas the real problems of the people are not being addressed.
Okay, and Pallavi, I'll ask you a follow-up question. As Gandhi is making his way through areas that are BJP strongholds, not Congress strongholds, how is his message being received on the ground?
Well, actually, frankly speaking, they are just sporadic places which are considered to be BJP strongholds where he's going. I mean, much of UP is actually a BJP stronghold. I mean, Amethi, where he was, he's no longer a member of parliament from there. Raebareli is a lone seat which they have. He's just about to enter Lucknow, which again is a BJP stronghold. I think the Congress party understands that they need to get rid of this perception that they're a South-based party. UP matters with 80 Lok Sabha seats, and more than that, trying to reclaim what has been the lost ground, both in Amethi and Raebareli.
Okay, I believe we have a BJP leader with us on the phone. Pallavi, if I could actually ask you to stay with us. We have Shalabh Mani Tripathi is with us. He's a BJP MLA. Let me go over to him to ask him more about the BJP response to this. Sir, पहले बताइए राहुल गांधी की ये जो प्रतिक्रिया है, सर इस पे आपका क्या रिस्पॉन्स है, भाजपा का क्या रिस्पॉन्स है?
देखिए, हताश हो चुके हैं राहुल गांधी जी, और जिस प्रकार से उत्तर प्रदेश ही नहीं देश के अलग अलग हिस्सों में वो गए हैं और जिस प्रकार से लोगों का समर्थन नहीं मिला उनको, चाहे आपने काशी में देखा होगा कि अकेले हाथ हिलाते हुए जा रहे हैं, और भी जगहों के वीडियोज आए, ओडिशा का भी आया, कि जिस प्रकार से लोगों ने नकार दिया है, तो पूरी तौर पे हताश हो चुके हैं और हताशा में न जाने क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं। कल मैं उनका एक बयान सुन रहा था कि वो जेब काटने की बात कर रहे थे, किसकी कैसे जेब काटनी उसकी ट्रेनिंग देते हुए नजर आ रहे थे। आज इस प्रकार का बयान दे रहे हैं, तो जिस प्रकार से इंडी गठबंधन का पूरा एक कुनबा बिखरा है, इंडी गठबंधन जिस प्रकार से चकनाचूर हुआ है, मुझे लगता है कि उसी के साथ साथ राहुल जी भी हताश हो चुके हैं, निराश हो चुके हैं, और इसीलिए इस प्रकार के बयान वो दे रहे हैं।
एंड सर, जो इशू राहुल गांधी क्लेम कर रहे हैं कि वो हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं कि अल्कोहलिज्म का इशू है, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का इशू, ये इस इशू को बार बार कह रहे हैं, यूथ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, एक बहुत बड़ी इशू है। सर, इस पे आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया है? बिकॉज वो जा रहे हैं उत्तर प्रदेश के हर जिले में ये कह रहे हैं, सर इस पे आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया है?
देखिए, उनके पास कोई मुद्दा ही नहीं है। उनके पास जब वो जा रहे हैं तो लोग उनसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, पिछली बार आपने क्या किया? आप कहते हैं देश के साथ हैं, तो धारा 370 पे क्यों देश का विरोध किया? लोग उनसे पूछ रहे हैं कि आपने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और एयर स्ट्राइक का सबूत क्यों मांगे? लोग राहुल गांधी से पूछ रहे हैं कि जब भगवान राम का मंदिर बन रहा था तब आपने विरोध किया, और जब भगवान राम का मंदिर बन गया, आपको आमंत्रण मिला, तब आपने आमंत्रण क्यों ठुकराया? तो उनके पास कुछ बचा नहीं है बोलने के लिए, कोई इश्यूज नहीं है, और उनके साथ ही कोई उनके साथ खड़ा होने को
आपको नहीं लगता कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, अल्कोहलिज्म जो ये हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यूज हैं?
देखिए, उनके लिए इशू नहीं है, उनके लिए राजनीतिक इशू है। जो लोग केवल चुनावी वर्ष में हिंदू बनते हों और चुनावी वर्ष बीतते ही खत्म हो जाता है उनका सारा हिंदुइज्म, जो लोग वेश बदल के घूमते हों, उनके मुद्दों की बात कैसे कर सकते हैं? उनको क्या पता? उनको तो मुद्दे ही नहीं पता। उनको तो
त्रिपाठी जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। We're going to head into a quick break. On the other side, we are right here. This is The Nation at 5. We'll be back with more of the country's top stories.
To help your family, because as long as she would be able to talk, she would raise this attention, and everybody will remember Alexei, what we all need.
My dear, that's such a bad circumstances, but they feel that we can't try to meet. I'm so sorry. I remember the last time.
It was shocking news, because I have a very tiny hope Alexei Navalny will survive. And when Putin's regime collapsed on one way or to another one, Alexei Navalny would be able to get out from prison and to start his political career. I'm not saying he became immediately a leader of New Russia, but he could have equivalent chance to do this. Unfortunately, it was dream, and now we all have to agree Putin has another person who he wanted to kill, and he killed.
Эволюция нашего общества, к сожалению, политически заключенные в России существуют с 2003 года, как минимум, но вот сейчас мы видим, что это стало по-настоящему.
I am sure now, after what happened, international community has to be more strong and not make only good words to say how they regret and sympathize to Navalny family, but making real action and make it possible not any other people who are in prison now, like Vladimir Karamurza, Ilya Yashin, and other politicians who are the prisoner. But it needs to be done something. But it will be done only Putin's regime collapse. Without that, I don't think these people will survive. When we see even tiny protest, even tiny reaction for death of Alexei Navalny, I think it's very serious. We still have people who are not brainwashed, who really do understand. And when they be able to see another people going for this kind of protest, even they're not going, but at least they keep the strength. They are right.
Mr. Navalny from Israeli television, aren't you afraid? Mr. Navalny from
Какой полет?
Здравствуйте,
Привет
Алексей.
всем. Германии. Я хочу сказать большое спасибо всем вам.
He miscalculated how the system is brutal. He knew he might be arrested, but in his words, in his flight back from Germany, he said, I didn't do nothing wrong. And after even this, maybe not real justice, but he would be released or even spend 2-3 years, but not 19 years, what he finally received.
Thank you. Thanks.
А в Телеграме написано, говорят, Алексей Навальный умер. Politischen Gefangenen einsetzen, weil sie sind der gleichen Gefahr ausgesetzt wie Алексей. У Артура и его команды.
Hi, I'm Yulia Navalnaya. Today I would like to address you on this channel. I should not be here. I should not be the one recording this video. Another person should have been here, where I am right now. But Vladimir Putin killed this man. 3 days ago, Vladimir Putin killed my husband, Alexei Navalny. Putin killed my children's father. Putin took away the most dear what I ever had, the closest and most loved man. But what is more, Putin took Navalny away from you. Somewhere in a colony in far north, beyond the Arctic Circle, in external winter, Putin killed not just a man, Alexei Navalny. Together with him, he wanted to kill our hopes, our freedom, our future. I have been alongside Alexei during all those years. I was happy to be near him and support him. But today, I want to be near you, because I know that you have lost not less than I have. Alexei loved Russia more than anything in the world. He loved our country. He loved you. He believed in ourselves, in our strength, our future. He believed that we deserve better. He believed not just in words but in deeds. His belief was so deep and sincere that he had been ready to sacrifice his life for it. We will have enough of this huge love to continue with this cause for as long as it takes. By killing Alexei, Putin killed half of me, half of my heart and half of my soul. But I still have the other half, and it tells me that I have no right to give up. I will continue the work of Alexei Navalny, continue to fight for our country. I urge you to stand next to me, to share not only my grief and endless pain which has enveloped us and does not let us go. I ask you to share the rage with me, rage, anger, hatred towards those who dared to kill our future. I address you with Alexei's own words in which he believed very much. It is not shameful to do little, it is shameful to do nothing. Russia, free, peaceful, happy, beautiful, Russia of the future, the one my husband so strongly dreamed of. This is what we need. I want to live in such Russia. I want our children, mine and Alexis, to live in such a Russia. I want to build it together with you, the one which Alexei Navalny imagined, full of dignity, justice and love.
My reaction with such bad circumstances, but they feel that they find strength in it.
I'm so sorry. I remember the last time. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I think I just.
When my husband died, I hardly can talk for a whole week, even more. I just couldn't believe if anybody wanted to hear my voice or what could I tell people after death of my husband. But Yulia did very right things because her husband, Alexei, was so well known.
Welcome back. You're watching the Nation at 5 right here on CNN News 18. Right now we have some breaking news that we're bringing you. Let's go over to it. This is breaking news. As we told you a little while earlier, the former DPIIT Secretary Ramesh Abhishek, as we speak, he's being raided by the Enforcement Directorate. We'll bring you more details on this story. But there are allegations, and these are actually allegations that have been floating for a while, of disproportionate assets. Now we'll go over to our colleague Arunima as she is connected with us. Arunima, some reports indicating that it was last year Lokpal filing that actually first raised a question on Abhishek's earnings. Can you just bring us context here, please?
So multiple allegations against the former bureaucrat. He was accused by a company called 63 Moons Technology that he, along with then Finance Minister P. Chidambaram and two other officials, got into a conspiracy and caused massive financial loss to this company. At that point, CBI had gone to the Bombay High Court and said that, they have not found any evidence yet. Today, however, CBI officials are saying that this is a new FIR that has been registered against Abhishek. It could be a follow-up on what the Lokpal proceedings had found out, allegations about disproportionate assets that were accrued from various forms of alleged corruption. So CBI is currently searching his Delhi house. Connected premises could also be searched. And we are waiting for them to tell us that, what is the new evidence that has surfaced, because these allegations date back to 2019, 2020. So 4 years later or 5 years later, what is the new evidence that CBI has managed to gather from these searches? We are waiting to learn that from the premier, investigation agency.
Arunima, thank you for bringing us those details. Okay, we're going to shift. This is a story that was focused in Delhi. Let's take you now to a big slice of breaking news, one that played out in Chandigarh. This is a story that's played out yesterday and today. An update in the Chandigarh mayoral polls. Exactly what is this and why is this so big? In the mayoral polls, you'll remember that based on a number of votes, the BJP candidate was put as mayor. This was despite the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party having more votes, because their votes, 8 of them, were declared invalid. Now, the Supreme Court has been taking a look at this yesterday and today. And today, and this is particularly big, the Supreme Court All right, there's very quickly we have to move to Aam Aadmi Party PC on this. Then we'll bring you what the Supreme Court had to say. But a major victory for the Aam Aadmi Party. Take a look.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सारे बैलेट पेपर मंगाए अपने पास, बैलेट पेपर खुद देखे और आज रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर कर दिया। ये मुझे लगता है कि भारतीय इतिहास के अंदर शायद पहली बार हुआ है। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि इतने कठिन समय में आज जो देश के अंदर जो हालात हैं, पूरा डिक्टेटरशिप चल रही है, जनतंत्र को कुचला जा रहा है जगह जगह, सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो हैं वो एक तरह से कुचले जा रहे हैं, रौंदे जा रहे हैं। ऐसे में सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ये जो फैसला है ये बहुत मायने रखता है जनतंत्र के लिए, और जनतंत्र को बचाने के लिए ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला बहुत अहम है। इंडिया गठबंधन, इसलिए हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। इंडिया गठबंधन की ये बहुत बड़ी जीत है, पहली जीत है, बहुत बड़ी जीत है और बहुत बड़े मायने रखती है। एक तरह से उन लोगों से छीन के लाए हम लोग ये जीत। उन लोगों ने तो चोरी कर लिया था ये चुनाव, उन लोगों ने तो वोट चोरी कर लिए थे, लेकिन हमने हार नहीं मानी। हम आखिरी समय तक लड़ते रहे, संघर्ष करते रहे और अंत में हमारी जीत हुई। तो ये पूरे देश के लिए, इंडिया गठबंधन के लिए बहुत बड़ी जीत है और बहुत बड़ा संकेत देती है देश को। जो लोग कहते हैं कि बीजेपी को हराया नहीं जा सकता, बीजेपी को हराया जा सकता है, एकता से हराया जा सकता है, अच्छी प्लानिंग और स्ट्रेटेजी से हराया जा सकता है और मेहनत से हराया जा सकता है। ये इस चुनाव के नतीजों ने साबित कर दिया। तो मैं इंडिया गठबंधन के सभी पार्टनर्स को बहुत बहुत इसके लिए बधाई देता हूँ। चंडीगढ़ के लोगों को बधाई देता हूँ, जिनको चंडीगढ़ के लोगों की एक तरह से जीत हुई। चंडीगढ़ के लोगों ने तो नतीजा यही दिया था कि भाई इंडिया गठबंधन का कैंडिडेट मेयर बनना चाहिए, लेकिन उन्होंने चोरी कर लिया चुनाव। तो एक तरह से जनता की हार हो गई थी, लेकिन अब जनता की जीत हुई है और पूरे देश की जीत हुई है। पूरे देश ने देखा कि किस तरह से बीजेपी ने यह चुनाव चोरी किया। इस चुनाव में 36 वोट थे टोटल, बीजेपी के, कांग्रेस के, आम आदमी पार्टी के, अकाली दल के 35 काउंसलर और एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, 36 वोट थे।
Our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar continues to bring us updates in this story. Ananya, today the Supreme Court putting in place an Aam Aadmi Party legislator as the mayor. And as the Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal just said, it is momentous. Tell our audiences, Ananya, what were the Supreme Court's words specifically about what happened that day and how everything went down?
Well, definitely, Toya, this was a landmark verdict to the Supreme Court coming in. The Supreme Court had to exercise also its extraordinary powers under Section 142, Article 142 of the Constitution of India to grant complete justice by declaring Kuldeep Kumar, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate, as the winner of the Chandigarh Mayor elections. The Supreme Court found that the conduct of that particular returning officer, Mr. Anil Masih, was something that was questionable. They held him responsible for two major things. One is with regards to him defacing those ballot papers and compromising that particular electoral process. And the second one is the most important one, of perjury. Perjury basically means that giving a false statement before the court of law, and that's the reason why Supreme Court issued a show cause notice to him and has asked him to respond within 3 weeks as to why a perjury proceeding shall not be initiated against him after he had made a false statement before the topmost court of justice, the topmost temple of justice in the country, that is the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court also going on to say that it is the custodian of justice, it is the topmost court which has to see as to justice is provided to all, and that's the reason why it exercises its power under Section Article 142 of the Constitution of India. Not only that, the Supreme Court went into the ballot papers, those 8 ballot papers in question. It also went into, in fact, those videos of that day when this particular ruckus had happened in the when these elections were actually taking place. However, the Supreme Court made it very, very clear that the electoral process in the Chandigarh Mayoral elections was completely fine until and unless the counting had actually begun and the results were declared, where, you know, a person, Mr. Kuldeep Kumar, who had secured 20 votes, 8 votes were declared invalid and he was given only 12 votes, and BJP's Manoj Sonka was actually granted to be the mayor. However, he later resigned. But today, the Supreme Court is very, very clear. Kuldeep Kumar, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate who had actually secured 20 votes out of those 36 votes, is somebody who is the clear winner by using its 142 power. It could have sent it back for recounting, could have sent it back for a fresh polls, but using its extraordinary power, the Supreme Court actually declared Kuldeep Kumar as the real winner of this.
Okay, so the Aam Aadmi Party now in charge in Chandigarh. Thank you for bringing us that context, Ananya. As we were telling our audiences, a huge development taking place in Chandigarh, one that will possibly have ripple effects. But we're going to take you now down to an entirely different story, one that is taking place in both Kerala and in Karnataka. Over the last few weeks, Kerala has seen the death of 3 people because of wild elephant trampling. Now, the most recent incident took place a few days ago, and over the weekend, on Saturday, there were protests taking place across the Wayanad region. All parties, thousands of people coming out on the road, demanding that the government do more to protect Kerala's people. Now, we're going to bring you more context. Why is this important? The Wayanad MP is Rahul Gandhi. He was on the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Uttar Pradesh. He cut that short to travel to Wayanad to meet the family of the most recent person to pass away because of a wild elephant death. Now, the big update in this story, and why we're focusing on it today, is that the Karnataka government, the neighbouring state of Karnataka, has now announced that they will be giving 15 lakh rupees to the family of the victim. Now, this decision is being questioned by the BJP, which is in opposition in the state of Karnataka. They're saying it's a misuse of funds within Karnataka. These are funds for Karnataka's people is what they're arguing. But we're going to take a deeper dive into this story, some of the politics it concerns over the next few minutes. First, take a look at reactions.
I wanted to put you on a record over what this BJP is accusing, saying that the Karnataka government has released the compensation to the man trampled by an elephant from Karnataka to appease Rahul Gandhi.
BJP is against humanity. Okay, death has taken place and the Karnataka government has decided to give compensation based on humanitarian grounds. And they are unnecessarily making hue and cry out of that. It was our elephant, which we had radio collared in Karnataka. It went to Kerala, and there this unfortunate incident has happened, and no such person has been trampled. He has lost his life. So we have given what wrong? What wrong is there? Tell me.
But also the other argument that the BJP is making over here is that there's a 15 lakh that this government has.
They'll make all baseless allegations, baseless arguments.
But so as said, you see, they are saying that the 15 lakh money, the 15 lakh rupees they have to give to this person's family, but otherwise there's no money for this government to give it to the farmers.
Government has given to farmers. Government has given to implemented all the guarantees. We are spending nearly 52,000 crore rupees on all these welfare schemes and then guarantees which we have promised. Then what more? They did not do anything. They indulged in corruption. They indulged in nothing. They did not do anything at all during their regime. What right do they have to make allegations?
Karnataka state government has released 15 lakhs to a person from Wayanad. Reason is, in an elephant stampede incident, when a person from Wayanad has been died, Karnataka government has released 15 lakhs. Why? Because Rahul Gandhi has demanded this. So just because Rahul Gandhi has demanded Karnataka government to release money, our Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has released 15 lakh rupees to a person who has died due to the elephant stampede in Kerala, that too in Wayanad area. So this is a total misuse of state funds.
Yes, their leader from Delhi, Rahul Gandhi, on his request or on his direction, this government liberally they have given the compensation. How this government behaving, everybody can understand. By liberally giving 15 lakh rupees, they have shown that they have given the message. Our government treasury is very strong. They have given the message. By making one side 1 lakh crore loan this year, then 27,000 crore deficit budget. Liberally they are giving the money of Kannadigas.
See, releasing compensation amount to a deceased person trampled by the elephant from the Karnataka state is a humanitarian act. It is not about whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi recommended for the compensation to be paid or not. It is on humanitarian grounds. Whoever might have recommended. On humanitarian grounds, we have released compensation, a meager compensation, 15 lakhs. So BJP, time and again, the way they are behaving, they have left humanity. There is no connection between humanity and BJP. Whether it is communal polarization, targeting of minorities.
Okay, we're shifting now. We're heading into a quick break. On the other side, we're bringing you something very different. We're bringing you an interview with Yashasvi Jaiswal's father. Remember, over the last few days in the test match of India versus England, Jaiswal became the first to strike 2 consecutive double 200s. We'll bring you more context on all of this in just a few minutes. We'll be talking to his father in an interview. We'll see you on the other side of The Nation at 5.
Brought to you by
abroad, and she needs to keep his voice alive, and she is now his voice, and I want people around her to support her, to help her family, because as long as she would be able to talk, she will draw this attention, and everybody will remember Alexei, what we all need.
My dear, with such bad circumstances, but they feel that we finally trying to meet.
I'm so sorry. I remember the last time.
It was shocking news because I have a very tiny hope Alexei Navalny will survive. And when Putin's regime collapsed on one way or to another one, Alexei Navalny would be able to get out from prison and to start his political career. I'm not saying he became immediately a leader of New Russia, but he could have equivalent chance to do this. Unfortunately, it was a dream, and now we all have to agree Putin has another person who he wanted to kill, and he killed.
Эволюция нашего общества, к сожалению, политически заключенные в России существуют с 2003 года, как минимум, но вот сейчас мы видим, что это стало по-настоящему.
I am sure now, after what happened, international community has to be more strong and not make only good words to say how they regret and sympathize to Navalny family, but making real action and make it possible not any other people who are in prison now, like Vladimir Karamurza, Ilya Yashin, and other politicians who are the prisoner. But it needs to be done something. But it would be done only Putin's regime collapse. Without that, I don't think these people will survive. When we see even tiny protest, even tiny reaction for death of Alexei Navalny, I think it's very serious. We still have people who are not brainwashed, who really do understand. And when they be able to see another people going for this kind of protest, even they're not going, but at least they keep the strength. They are right.
Mr. Navalny from Israeli television, aren't you afraid? Mr. Navalny from
Какой полет?
Здравствуйте,
Привет всем.
Германии.
Я хочу сказать большое спасибо всем вам.
He miscalculated how the system is brutal. He knew he might be arrested, but in his words, in his flight back from Germany, he said, I didn't do nothing wrong. And after even this, maybe not real justice, but he would be released or even spend 2-3 years, but not 19 years, what he finally received.
Thank you. Thanks.
А в Телеграме написано: говорят, Алексей Навальный умер. Politischen Gefangenen einsetzen, weil sie sind der gleichen Gefahr ausgesetzt wie Алексей. У Артура и его команды.
Hi, I'm Yulia Navalnaya. Today I would like to address you on this channel. I should not be here. I should not be the one recording this video. Another person should have been here, where I am right now. But Vladimir Putin killed this man. 3 days ago, Vladimir Putin killed my husband, Alexei Navalny. Putin killed my children's father. Putin took away the most dear what I ever had, the closest and most loved man. But what is more, Putin took Navalny away from you. Somewhere in a colony in far north, beyond the Arctic Circle, in external winter, Putin killed not just a man, Alexei Navalny. Together with him, he wanted to kill our hopes, our freedom, our future. I have been alongside Alexei during all those years. I was happy to be near him and support him. But today, I want to be near you, because I know that you have lost not less than I have. Alexei loved Russia more than anything in the world. He loved our country. He loved you. He believed in ourselves, in our strength, our future. He believed that we deserve better. He believed not just in words but in deeds. His belief was so deep and sincere that he had been ready to sacrifice his life for it. We will have enough of this huge love to continue with this cause for as long as it takes. By killing Alexei, Putin killed half of me, half of my heart and half of my soul. But I still have the other half, and it tells me that I have no right to give up. I will continue the work of Alexei Navalny, continue to fight for our country. I urge you to stand next to me, to share not only my grief and endless pain which has enveloped us and does not let us go. I ask you to share the rage with me. Rage, anger, hatred towards those who dared to kill our future. I address you with Alexei's own words in which he believed very much. It is not shameful to do little. It is shameful to do nothing. Russia, free, peaceful, happy, beautiful, Russia of the future, the one my husband so strongly dreamed of. This is what we need. I want to live in such Russia. I want our children, mine and Alexis, to live in such a Russia. I want to build it together with you, the one which Alexei Navalny imagined, full of dignity, justice and love.
My reaction with such bad circumstances, but they feel that they find strength in it.
I'm so sorry, Lord. I remember the last time.
Okay, welcome back. You're watching The Nation at 5. We're now bringing you something very, very special. Over the weekend, just a few days ago, India, in the test match it played against England, had a few standout performances. One of those was Yashasvi Jaiswal, someone who became the first Indian to score a double ton, so 2 double tons actually against England. Now, while this is huge, we also wanted to speak to his support system to understand what goes behind making such a player over the years. We were able to speak to his father, Bhupendra Jaiswal. We brought him onto the show. We're going to ask him a number of questions. First, let's just say good evening. We'll welcome him onto the show and then we'll carry on. Sir, good evening. Thank you for joining us here on CNN News 18. सर, पहला प्रश्न मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ, आपको कैसा लगा सर? कैसा महसूस हुआ अपने बेटे के परफॉर्मेंस को देख के?
लगा बेटा मेरा अच्छा किया और मेहनत करेगा और अच्छा करेगा।
सर, आप हमें ये भी बता सकते हैं, अनिल कुंबले का कोई खास एडवाइस था आपके बेटे के लिए, आप उसके बारे में आप हमें और बता सकते हैं?
बचपन से बॉलिंग करता है, वो बचपन से लेग स्पिनर था, मैंने बचपन से ही उसको प्रैक्टिस कराया था, लेकिन इंडिया टीम में अभी मौका नहीं मिला, कभी उसको चांस नहीं मिला। अंडर 19 में वो बॉलिंग करता था, विकेट भी लेता था, फिर इसके बाद उसको कोई नहीं दिया, तो एक दिन समय आएगा, धीरे धीरे वो करेगा।
सर अभी तो ऑब्वियसली वो 22 का है, बहुत साल बाकी हैं, और रिकॉर्ड्स तोड़ेंगे वो?
बच्चा है, मेहनत कर रहा है, अभी तो उसको और मेहनत करना है इंडिया के लिए। मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि और मेहनत करे और अच्छा करे।
सर आप उत्तर प्रदेश से आए थे मुंबई उसके ट्रेनिंग के लिए, अब आपको लगता है ये सब वर्थ इट था सर?
जब से वो खेलने लायक हुआ तब से था, और उसके बाद उसको करीब 2009-10 में हम लेकर बॉम्बे आए थे घुमाने के लिए, और गए आजाद मैदान पर, वहाँ उसको दिखाए, उसको बड़ा पसंद आया कि पापा यहाँ लोग ऐसे खेलते हैं, हम भी खेलेंगे। और उसका बचपन का शौक था, वो देखता था टीवी पर, तो बड़ा खुश होता था कि मैं भी ऐसे, तो मैं मुझसे पूछता था कि पापा हम टीवी में कैसे आएंगे, हमका बेटा बॉम्बे तुम जाओगे तब आएंगे। तो मैं उसको बॉम्बे ले गया घुमाने के लिए, और वहाँ गए तो उसको आजाद मैदान में दिखाए, तो बोला पापा मैं यहीं रहूंगा और यहीं खेलूंगा, ऐसे करूंगा। तो फिर उसके साल भर बाद मैं सब उसका व्यवस्था किया, सबको चाचा के यहाँ ले गए, ऐसे सब व्यवस्था हुआ।
सर एक चीज़ बताइए, क्या आपने हमेशा उन्हें सपोर्ट दिया, या कभी कोई ऐसी ख्वाहिश होती थी कि वो एक थोड़ा स्टेबल करियर चुन ले अपने लिए?
हम तो उसके पिता हैं, उसकी माता हैं, हर बाप माँ का ये सपना होता है कि बेटा मेरा नाम करे, और इसी लालच में हम लोग उसके शौक को पूरा किए, क्योंकि उसका खेलने का शौक बचपन से ही था, और हम खुश हैं कि आज बेटा मेरा नाम कर रहा है।
सर अब बड़े बड़ों से कंग्रेचुलेशन सुनने को मिल रहा है, सचिन तेंदुलकर से भी कंग्रेचुलेशन आ गया, सर आपको इस पे कैसे महसूस हो रहा है?
आज बेटा इस लायक हुआ कि सब उसको बधाई दे रहे हैं, हमें बधाई दे रहे हैं, पूरी भारत से हमको हमारे पास फोन आ रहा है कि आपका बेटा ऐसा किया, तो मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। और मैं चाहता हूँ कि बेटा मेरा और मेहनत करे, अभी उसको और बहुत कुछ करना है।
सर सरफराज खान का भी डेब्यू इसी टेस्ट मैच में हुआ था, बहुत ही अच्छा डेब्यू था। आपके उनके परिवार की तरफ कोई कमेंट्स, आपने बात किया है उनके परिवार से?
मैं उनको बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूँ सर, कि उनका बेटा बहुत मेहनत से आया है, उनके पिताजी ने बहुत मेहनत किया है, और आज उनका बेटा उनका भी नाम रोशन कर रहा है। इससे बड़ी खुशी हमें और क्या सर, जैसे मेरा बेटा नाम रोशन कर रहा है, उससे उनका बेटा नाम रोशन कर रहा है।
सर एक आखिरी थोड़ा सा मुश्किल सवाल, सर अभी जब आप अपने बेटे को देखते हैं, आपको लगता है कि वो अपने पीक पे पहुंच चुका है, या आपको लगता है और स्किल्स लर्न करने की और स्किल्स गैदर करने की अभी भी ज़रूरत है?
तो मेहनत करेगा तो आगे बढ़ेगा। अब हम तो यही चाहते हैं कि बेटा मेरा मेहनत करे, किसी के रिकॉर्ड की बात नहीं है, खुद रिकॉर्ड बनाए, अपना रिकॉर्ड बनाए।
ओके सर, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। थैंक यू फॉर टेकिंग आउट द टाइम। ओके, विद दैट, bringing you stories from across the country, bringing you an interview